Hi everyone! So if you follow me on Twitter, you will know that on Friday I went to go and see the Divergent film. I went in with no expectations because I'd heard absolutely diabolical reviews and I'd also heard amazing reviews and I just didn't know who to believe. So in the end I thought I wasn't going to listen to any of them. I'll go in, form my own judgment and just see what happens. This review is entirely my own opinion. You can disagree if you want. You can agree if you want, I don't mind, but I just thought I'd let you know this is just my opinion. Overall, I really loved this film. It wasn't perfect, they changed things and added things, took things away, etc, which you can expect from an adaptation. There are things which I didn't like about the film as well. Like I said, it wasn't perfect, but I left feeling happy with what they made and I think they did a good job. Before I start, I just have to say that me and my friend went to see it and we were sitting in the cinema watching the film trailers that play before the actual film plays, and they showed the Fault in Our Stars trailer. Literally almost started crying right there. I don't know what I'm going to be like in the cinema. I know what I'm going to be like. I'm going to be a wreck. Absolute wreck. But that was such a nice surprise to see that. And it looks so pretty on the cinema screen. Ah. Come on, June. Anyway, I'm rambling. Back to Divergent. I think the casting was really good for this film. When I first saw pictures of Theo as Thor, he seemed too old at first to play Thor, but I've completely changed my mind now that I've seen the film. He captures Thor's personality and just character perfectly. I see why the casting directors hired him. One thing I do want to say, sorry, this review is going to be a little bit rambly, but the trailers for this film I hated. I think they were just made so badly. The one thing that gave me hope was a bit in the trailer when she's tapping on the glass and she says like, this isn't real. I thought, okay, that's quite cool. So there might be some hope, but I just did not like the trailers. But I want to say that for me, the trailers are not a reflection of the film. The film is a million times better, which is such a relief. Okay, back to the actors. So we got Theo as Thor, amazing job. Shailene as Triss, amazing job. She almost made me cry. Oh, okay, I should say, okay, from now on, there are going to be spoilers for this film. So if you haven't read the book, if you haven't seen film, if you don't want spoilers, then just stop watching now. Just thought I'd let you know that. Okay, so Shailene made me cry. Almost made me cry. Didn't quite make me cry. Nearly. The scene when her mother dies hit me a lot harder than I thought it would. I'd heard that it would be sad, and obviously her mother dies, yes, it's sad, but I thought I'd just feel a bit sad and then move on. I was literally close to tears. It was so well acted. And another thing the film did really well was establishing the relationship between Triss and her mother in the very short space that they had. I think they had about, I'd guess, 15 minutes of screen time out of the entire film, which is nothing, and yet they managed to establish this relationship which was so real. When her mother dies, it's so heartbreaking, even though you've barely had any screen time with them together. So that was really well done. I also liked how you could really see how Triss is progressing in Dauntless. How she starts off kind of a bit unsteady, just trying to fit in and really keep up but struggling, and how she becomes this fighter and this really strong person. I had such a fangirl moment right at the beginning with the opening credits when I found out that Hans Zimmer was doing the score. I did not know that until the opening credits, and I think I literally leapt out of my seat in joy because I love Hans Zimmer. In case you don't know who he is, he's done loads of the most amazing soundtracks for films ever, and I'm sure if you type in his name you will recognise some of them. Do you know what? I think I'm actually going to Google it and give you some lists. I'm pretty sure he did Pirates of the Caribbean. What is my password? Let's have a Google. Right. Okay. Inception, The Dark Knight, The Lion King. Yep. Pirates of the Caribbean. There's just a few. Okay, that's just a few of the soundtracks he's done, and if you've seen those films and heard the soundtracks, you know how amazing they are. So it was such a good moment to see his name on screen, and the soundtrack was really gorgeous. I was listening to it on YouTube, like when I got back, just the whole soundtrack. Woo. So good. I think my favourite part of the film was when they're in the fear landscapes and the simulations. They were so well done. When I was reading the book, in my mind, it was one fear landscape and then it kind of dissolved and turned into another. But in the film, they just kind of blend from one to the other. And that's going back to when she's tapping on the glass and they say this isn't real, and they were my favourite moments in the film. I didn't like the end of the film. I understand the problem because I've read the book, so I know what happens at the end of the book, but the film ended so suddenly. It just kind of went action, 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 end, and there was no proper, I didn't feel like there was a proper end or a long enough time for it to end. I also didn't like how you don't get to see the full extent of how evil Peter is. I cut a lot out of the book. For example, the stabbing in the eye scene, which isn't in the film, that would have really shown how evil he is, but they didn't have it. So most of the time you just got him walking around calling her names. He is in the chasm scene, but yet again that was downplayed a lot as well compared to what it was in the book. Another scene I loved was the ziplining scene. That was a really good scene. It was just so symbolic, and just the way it was acted, she just seemed so happy and free. But then at the end, when they're all shouting her going, pull the brake, and she can't reach it, and you think, oh no, she's gonna crash. But then she doesn't, so it's fine. That bit was quite funny. So overall, I really love this film. But like I said, this is just my opinion, so let me know yours in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you want to see more videos from me. If you haven't seen this film, then go and see it because it is good. I really enjoyed it, and I will see you all next time. Bye!